Hey everyone, I'm Live's Brendan Quinn here alongside Michigan football beat writer Nick Baumgardner on Michigan State Week. Nick, you are known as an upbeat and excitable guy. Do you feel the hype in the air? That everyone's asking about the hype, except no one's talking about it.
Not in here, no, not in here. And you will probably never hear it in here as long as Jim Harbaugh is the coach.
Yeah.
I think we've sort of learned that. And today basically the line was the past is the past. I think Jim Harbaugh said you can either learn from the past or run away from it.
No, not exactly sure what he was talking about.
I
quoted
get
the
it.
Lion King.
Yeah, I get it a little bit in that you can either embrace it to a degree where it happened, and it happened for several reasons, and here's why, and here's how you fix it, or you can just act like it was no big deal and move on with arrogance about yourself.
Sure.
And I think that, and I don't even know if this is how this is meant to be, but on a grander level, I think that the whole de-emphasis of rivalries in general here on a day-to-day basis was done because Harbaugh came in here and said, you guys are 5-7.
Yeah.
You can barely win a game on your own anyway. What are you doing worrying about beating the number 1 and number 2 at the time teams in the country?
Sure.
Why is that even, who cares? We're in August or whatever. And I think that just continued forward, and the approach has turned into this day-by-day, week-by-week thing. Got a bunch of the players said it today. It's worked so far, so why would we stop it?
Not a lot of questions this week, in terms of injury problems, things like that. It seems like a very, you know what you're getting going into this game, whereas Michigan State's a little bit up in the air with some injury problems, things like that. In terms of what, talking with players, hearing Jim Harbaugh speak, their assessment of Michigan State was all just very complimentary, but what'd you glean, if anything, from how they're viewing the matchup itself?
Well, I think they understand the situation they have there. I think maybe the biggest matchup in general would be Connor Cook against, and Michigan State's passing game in general, but Connor Cook and Michigan State's receivers against Michigan's defensive backfield. Harbaugh said nothing but good things about Cook. I think he had the record 29-3, I believe Connor Cook is, which is just phenomenal.
Sure.
Any college quarterback that has a record like that is off the charts. And Harbaugh said the receivers might be the best group they play all year. So I think that's a real key to this game, how Michigan State's passing attack works against Michigan's defensive backfield, because I don't think either team is going to really be able to just line it up and slant.
Sure.
You're going to have to throw it a little bit. And for Michigan, I think that's obviously a big focus. Connor Cook's, he's an All-American, and Aaron Burber's a pretty good receiver. Michigan's been great against the pass, but this will be the best, quarterback they've played all year, and probably the best. It'll probably be the best quarterback they play all season, as is, best passing game maybe. So that's the big one. I think that's defensively that's the biggest focus, and that's where they're sort of zoned in on.
Sure. Well, that'll be it for this week. We got a ton more coming, both in stories and in this week's Wolverine Beat, which will come out on Wednesday morning. So that's it for today. He's Nick Baumgardner. I'm Brendan Quinn. Thanks for watching.